No, you have.
I mean, just like information wise. But
Oh,
I have one game. I'm gonna blow you guys away though. I'm gonna pull away from y'all as far as victories.
are we
But it's
live?
nice to have y'all.
I think we're live right now. Actually. Oh man, hey everybody, welcome. Casual conversations with the homies
Hey
on
yo,
the GRT Sports Network. We're live right now. Yeah, I guess I just must have picked live, go live directly, and I didn't do the regular settings. Let me fix Tito's camera.
hammer
Boom.
travel.
Oh, cool. I guess we are live. Yeah, we're live. All right. What's up, Tito? What's up, Guru?
Hey, how you doing? How you
How's it
fellas
going?
doing today?
Goober over here, man, waking up, looking at that trash ass shirt. Everybody might think I'm wearing that blue, man, but this is Dodger blue right here, dude.
Just know that he feels the same way I do.
Yeah. So, hold on. Let me post this on
Let's
Facebook.
talk about last week real quick first. We got to recap.
All
We
right. Go ahead.
we have to recap. So, okay, week one has went down. There were some surprises, obviously, and there was also some not so surprises, like teams that you expected to win. Let's start with the Washington football team, that Thursday night football game. Congratulations to them pulling it out. I always said Heineke would be a good quarterback, but to be honest with you, the Giants kind of threw that game away on a pass that was a little bit too far, and also on a read option when that was a questionable push in the back. You know, I mean, if it was the '90s, they wouldn't have called that. But congratulations to Washington. How do y'all feel about that game first?
Hey, man, why are you trying to discredit a win? I don't see your team with a win so far. I'm just saying, dude, this is a winner circle here. I mean, Rainier got his dub. I got my dub. You're just trying to discredit Washington for being Washington, man. Nah, it was a Thursday game, man. Most Thursday games are shitty. Excuse my language. Sunday morning edition. As Rainier says, the Lord's Day. But really, what it comes down to is it was a crappy game, man. Like that's what we expect from Thursday. Short weeks, week two. If anything, man, I'll be honest. I think I said it in our text channel. I really think that Washington's defense was playing very, very undisciplined. Like they were putting them into the right situations of like third and long, you know, trying to make plays, and they were just playing very, very undisciplined. Was that block in the back? Of course, man. There's so many calls like that in the NFL that you can look at and be like, it wasn't. But I think they were calling it fair. Like both ways. There were some tic tac calls on both teams. They all had their opportunity. Giants, their offense. Daniel Jones doesn't, from at least what I've seen, he doesn't really make the right decisions. He's a runner. I don't understand why Washington's defense didn't want to crowd the box or attest to that. Maybe that one Saquon run kind of gave them the oh crap, he can do this all the time on us or whatnot. But I mean, I'm glad they squeaked it out, man. I mean, Heineke showed that he can definitely command that offense, that he's definitely a starter in my opinion. But he also had some boneheaded plays at the end as well, like this team right now, I know that it's early, it's only 2 weeks, but this team reminds me a lot of the Chargers, like last year's Chargers or a couple years ago Chargers, always losing these close games or being in these like last minute one possession. I see that happening a lot this year just because we all know the Washington situation of not having a actual elite an actual quarterback. I mean, Heineke's going to be the guy going forward, but it's in this league you need a quarterback, and with a team like that, you're going to need one. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of close games like that.
Ramir, what do you think?
The game is what I thought it was going to be. Two subpar teams coming together, and one of them getting the win. Um, I think overall, I'm kind of positive for both teams a little bit. Like you got some takeaways. You got Washington. Um, Heineke looked horrible in the first quarter, and he bounced back to look real good. Daniel Jones, no Heineke in that touchdown pass he threw in the corner end zone was pretty nice. Uh, Daniel Jones, he does Daniel Jones things. He runs the ball, he fumbles the ball, but I don't know. He looked at all right to me. That drop touchdown catch from who was it? Shepard. Yeah,
No, it was yeah, Shepard.
yeah.
No, it wasn't
It wasn't
Shepard. It
Sterling.
was number 86.
Was it Sterling?
It was number
It was
86.
one of them.
No,
Slayton.
Slayton. Yeah, yeah,
Slayton.
yeah.
Yes, Slayton. Thank you.
He caught a touchdown earlier, but yeah, I don't know. He should have caught it. Like it was the way he threw the ball was kind of like not perfect, but it was perfect. It hit his hands. It hit both his hands. He dropped it. It is what it is. But I'm more of the thing for the Giants takeaway. Jason Garrett in his play crawling is kind of stale. Like he does the run pass or run pass. He doesn't mix it up. Like people, you kind of know what you're gonna get when you line up out there on defense. Saquon didn't have that many yards. He had like a couple good bursts. I think he had like 80, 60 something yards. I don't know. I'm not sure, but towards the end of the game, it's like where he at? You know, I don't know. I thought it was a
I
good.
sense his problem.
I thought it was a good game, though. I think I'm trying to see if any in the NFC East if they can beat who's like the top dog right now. And the way Washington, they're known for their defense, and their defense played pretty horrible. I thought, like, come on, man, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all getting stupid penalties, like personal foul penalties. It's like, come on, man, like Chase Young, what are you doing? You got like 2 penalties on your arm. You got offsides going on. It just, I don't know. It was just,
Just undisciplined. Early season is just undisciplined for me, man. Because I think they're putting the teams in the right situations. There was a lot of third and longs, right? Which is what you want. But it was a lot of like all of their penalties were pretty much giving the teams first down. So undisciplined D for me.
yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Any surprises this week that now that we've had a week to see all the teams play, are there any teams that you feel like are not going to sneak up on you this week that might have snuck up on you last week? How about you, Ray Man?
mm, I guess, man, how can I put this? All the teams. Dang, I think I might have spoke on it on Tuesday because I wasn't too shocked on a lot of teams, and I think Arizona might be a good team. That's the only. Yeah, that's I said Kyler Murray, and them going out there and winning. That was my only shocker, and part of that is just like my personal dislike for Kyler Murray. So, but I guess looking at and I hate to bring this up because I wasn't going to talk about this team, but the Broncos, they see on offense and just as a team morale, they seem like maybe they were just missing that one leader on offense. It's a clip going around with Von Miller talking to Teddy Bridgewater, saying that they ain't had a quarterback speech since 18, and I'm assuming that's Peyton Manning. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
he's not saying that he's Peyton Manning right now, but he's saying like as far as leadership and commanding the offense and just the whole team as a whole. Certain teams you need that to push you over. Like Drew Lock, he looked like he had all the skills to be a quarterback. His mental game ain't there, but he didn't seem like just a leader of a franchise. Like he seemed like a kid who was like, he has all the money and all the talent, but he don't have the people skills or the leadership to lead the team. And with Teddy Bridgewater, that's what they need. It seems like they got it. So that's not a shocker, but I think that's kind of if the Broncos have a good season, which I hope they don't, which they won't, but if they do, it's because their morale of leadership is
Let's
back.
be objective now. Let's be objective. How about you,
Wait,
Tito?
wait a
What's your
minute. Be
team?
objective, Guru. You're the least objective person right now, Guru. What did you take away from the rookie quarterbacks last week? I bet when Zach
Yeah.
Wilson and Mac Jones play today, and one of them play good, you're gonna say they both play weak next week. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Tito.
Good.
Nah, I think we spoke on it a little bit on, on Tuesday's show of just like surprises and what we've seen. Like for me, it's still too early in the season, like preseason being what it was this year, fans being back, it's only week 1, and I think there's no need for overreactions.
Week 2.
Well, yeah, this is week 2. It hasn't. There's been one game, right? But there's no need for overreactions in my opinion. Like I still think teams are going to get their footings, and There's going to be some. I think there's going to be some surprise 2-0 teams, but I think there's also going to be some surprise 0-2 teams as well. But then again, it's a long season, man. There's an extra game this year, so
Is there
it could
anyone
mean a lot.
particular?
It
Is there
could
any
mean a
one team?
lot. I mean, the only thing, like I said on Tuesday, the team that kind of surprised me a little bit and didn't surprise me, is Buffalo. Like I thought Buffalo was gonna come out of the gate swinging, and I don't know if it's you know, I don't know if Pittsburgh's D is that elite to stop them, just because Buffalo was able to put up points at will kind of last year. But I mean that surprised me for that to be like a very low scoring one possession, game. So I'll be interested to see what both of those teams do this week. But yeah, but it's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, the AFC West and the NFC West look like dogs out there, man. Like they look like they got that division is really seems to, or those divisions, the West seems to kind of sells right off the gate, in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Rainier. The Cardinals, because I wasn't expecting them to do, much this year with that offense. I was like, something's got to change. Like they just seemed like that gimmicky offense that they was running wasn't working. I don't know what they're doing this year. I have to look a little closer, but I agree with you on as far as Cardinals. I think they're going to surprise some people this year.
Man, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think Cliff. He's always been somebody who I think needs to be out of an NFL franchise. But all right, let's. Tito, you ready? I got my notes up.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Let's go straight into the picks, with the first game, we have Cincinnati versus Chicago. Chicago is -1.5.
I'm going with the Bears. I'm going with Cincinnati.
Yep, I'm going Cincinnati as well.
I go Cincinnati.
Alrighty. The next game is going to be Houston versus Cleveland. Hold on to your seats for this line, Ramir. Cleveland -13.5.
I'm t- I'm taking Houston. Put me down.
Dang, you taking Houston? Man, I don't.
See what I
Man,
needed to see. I'm gonna
is it-
pick Tyrod Taylor over him. He playing lights out.
yeah, man. I don't know. This one kind of tough for me right now. I want to go Cleveland, but you know
That's a big line, man.
it is. Look at that line.
Lions are overrated.
It is. I go Cleveland. I mean Houston with that line, but straight picking. Who I got? I don't know. Go ahead, Tito. I got to think about this one.
Yeah, no worries, man. I mean, for me, it's if I said I was gonna pick off of these lines, man, so it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna take the points. I think Houston can definitely be within that 13.5.
Absolutely.
Cleveland, I think Cleveland can eke out the win for sure. I mean, what they show, the way that they played against Kansas City. But I think that line's just way too big, man. 2 touchdowns. Tyrod showed that he can definitely put up some points or actually keep it real, so to speak. So
He's a
um,
star.
I'm gonna take the points here and say Houston, man.
Man, I'll take Cleveland. I'll take them. I've been riding with them this whole time.
Someone's got to take him.
What do you say?
Someone's got to take him.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Nah, it's gonna be a good one, man. I mean, sometimes with these lines, they put that to entice you to be like, oh, that's a lot of points, that's a lot of points. But hey, it's there for a reason, man. Cleveland played you know, pretty well against KC, and KC is supposed to be one of the favorites.
Yeah,
So,
Cleveland can't afford to go
the
0
next
2.
line, yeah, the next line is gonna be Rams versus Indianapolis. Rams are -4. I got the Rams here.
I got the
You know
Rams.
what? I'm going to shock everybody. I'm going to take Indianapolis. I know that Wentz is really not that guy, but if I'm just going on to guess that this one shot Maybe he can prove to everybody that he's the old Wentz. That's all I'm going by. And a decent defense.
Yep. I think that offensive line's a little too banged up, but it's a good pick though. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of Indianapolis. Ayo. You got Buffalo versus Miami. Buffalo's -3.5. I got Buffalo here all day.
I got Miami.
I got Miami.
In Tua, we trust.
Yeah.
Hey, I think
I'm trying to.
I didn't see Jose in the comments, but I think Jose last week said Miami's going to win the division. So they got a good squad, man.
What did we say about Indy? I said Indianapolis. Did y'all say Rams? Are y'all Rams?
Yeah, we Rams.
I said Rams.
We went Rams.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. So the next game, you got New England versus the Jets. New England is -6. Battle of the rookies that Guru hates.
New England. I take New England if I didn't know football. I saw Zach Wilson play.
I got New England here too.
Yeah, I got the Jets.
Hey.
I don't know. I don't know, man. To me, when I seen, I'm gonna just go on a whim here and see, and just hope that Belichick season explodes here. So I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
Rainier going against the grade is normally me, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be the week that separates me in the rankings about if I'm gonna be the leader or the loser.
There you go, man. So the next game, I believe it's the first of our or no, I'm still at 1 p.m. Sorry. You got San Francisco versus Philly. San Francisco's -3 here. I'm gonna go with the line, but I hate to make this pick, just because I'm not a fan of both teams. Obviously, one in my division and one just up here. I'm gonna say the Niners.
Guru.
So Guru, Niners and Philly.
Sorry.
Nine,
Philly.
Niners is
Philly.
-3.
I take Philly +3 all day.
I got Philly.
Good pick.
I got Philly too.
I can't root for him, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Can you recap the spread on the New England and Indy game?
-6 New England.
And Indy?
-4 Rams.
And Cincy.
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Is -1.5 Chicago.
That's +1.5 Cincy. Okay.
All right, the next one, it's going to be a good one. Las Vegas versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is -5.
I got the Raiders. I just got inside information that Steelers got Bush and Hayden out, so hopefully our offense can take advantage of that.
You said it's Vegas -5?
No, Pittsburgh -5.
Okay. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
I got Raiders here, +5. Take them. Raiders. Hey, man. Edwards, man. I'm a big fan of Edwards. I've been saying it since he got drafted.
They got to win one more for me to get my respect.
Yeah, I know. This is the one, so it's cool.
All right, the next game is going to be New Orleans versus Carolina. New Orleans -3.
I got New Orleans.
I got New Orleans as well.
New Orleans -3 all day.
Yep. All right, the next one is the last of the early games. You got Denver versus Jacksonville. Denver -6.
Come on, let's all skip this. Let's just skip. Let's skip this game. We all know we're gonna pick this.
There you go.
Water.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. We all going Denver here. All right, the first of the evening games, or afternoon games, sorry. Minnesota versus Arizona. Arizona is -3.5.
Taking that all day.
Arizona. Yeah, Arizona.
I'm actually gonna say Minnesota.
What?
Someone's got to take it.
Somebody.
I'll take them.
The cornerback is his revenge game. What's his name? Dang it.
Kirk Cousins.
Peterson. Yeah.
Peterson.
Peterson. He's wearing number 7 out there in Minnesota, I think, right?
Are you talking about the GOAT? You talking about the GOAT Peterson for the Raiders or for the
Nah, the cornerback.
The
cornerback.
Patrick.
Used to be with Patrick Peterson. Used to be
Peterson.
with Arizona. All those.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the GOAT, the backup quarterback for the Raiders.
Nate Peterson. Peterman.
Yeah, Nate Peterman. Oh, I'm sorry.
All right. So the next one is going to be Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. Another big line. You got Tampa Bay minus 12.5.
I got Tampa Bay. I don't even know why Matt Ryan's still starting.
Yeah, exactly. 12 and a half. This is going to get ugly.
Just know that Atlanta is going to bite themselves in the butt for not getting a quarterback this all season. They had the pick number 4. They could have got Fields or Mack, and they didn't do it.
Yep. It was the year, I think. All right, the next one, Guru interest, but I'm going to take on the team all day. You guys know. You got Dallas versus the Chargers. Chargers minus 3. Chargers in my sleep. Chargers all day.
Dallas plus 3. Oh my gosh. Ray Mir, you already know. You already know, Ray Mir.
Anyway, I'm going with the Cowboys. Don't mind Guru. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, you already know.
All right. The next one is actually a pretty tough game for me to decide. Actually, I think I mean one team impressed, but the other team was kind of like But the line scares me a little bit. You got Seattle versus Tennessee. Seattle is minus 6.
I got Seattle.
Yeah, they got trouble. I got Seattle.
I'm gonna take Seattle. That line scares me a little bit, but I'm gonna take Seattle here. I mean, Seattle always starts off at the gate pretty solid, and Tennessee should be better than what they showed last week. And the evening game is Guru's favorite game of the week because we all know it's Kansas City versus Baltimore. You got Kansas City minus 3.5.
I'm taking Baltimore plus 3.
I'm taking Baltimore just cause.
I'm gonna take Kansas City.
Yeah, I already had you down.
I don't want to take Kansas City. I'll be honest, I don't want to, but I think they cover. They just squeak it out. And then a Monday night game, guys. You have Detroit versus the Packers. And even with that snooze fest, taking a dump on the field that Green Bay did last week, you have them at minus 11.5.
Detroit. I'm taking Detroit. Minus 11.5. Oh my God. I'm taking the spread on that. But I'm picking them to win. Straight up. Detroit can play. They got the offense.
Yeah, they can play. They did show that. You know, if Jared Goff is clicking, he can click.
They can scrap. Yeah.
Man, I don't want to say Aaron Rodgers phoned it in because I don't think he has. But
this is the now football league. This is the now.
Yeah, I'm going with Detroit, man. I like their coach.
The dude.
He seems like he can beat up some of the players too.
Dude.
That's he's done a sideline yelling like,
right?
I'm like, you know what?
It's that energy.
He can take some of these guys.
That energy.
I
don't know. I don't trust Goff, man. You guys know. I don't trust Goff, but I'm gonna agree with you guys here. I think take the points. I think Detroit.
Absolutely. I still have time to put my picks in on Bovada. I'm gonna win a lot of money.
Hey, Pete. Yeah. Cool. Good doggy. No, out. No. Here, I'm my dog. Come here, Najee. Come on, boy.
Nudgy.
Neji, come here. Come here. It's all right. Relax. I got you. He's big now.
Does anyone? Yeah, he's getting big.
Hey
We
yo.
see mistakes.
Yeah, this dude is huge now. It's only been like 11 weeks.
Is that your neighbor, the man next to you?
No, that's Noah.
Oh, Noah. Oh, my gosh. He looks like a man now.
Noah's not a
I was
man.
your neighbor.
That's a kid. But all right, that's good. What else? Anything else before we go? Good picks. I think Green Bay might have phoned it in.
Okay.
I think they
I
can
just
do it.
say, as far as teams that really have to prove themselves, Washington has to prove that that they're up and coming. Cowboys have to prove that they're that team. The Raiders have to prove everything this year. Like every quarter, every game matters. And these are the teams. Baltimore. So Baltimore has to prove that they can still get it, and Philadelphia has to. Seems like they have to prove to everybody that they're for real. And Green Bay has to prove to people that they're for real. And that last week was a fluke. So it's going to be a great week. Tennessee. We're going to see what they're going to do. It's just going to be that type of week. Week 2, we're going to be able to see everything and make a better analysis.
Yeah, I agree with you. We get to see everybody that can improve it. We all know the NFL after the first 4 weeks is where you can kind of get a good grasp on all the teams, and But then again, something happens mid-season, and one team goes on a tear, and one team goes on a slump. Like look at the Steelers. Or hey, get off the couch, boy. But you know, we'll see. With the Raiders. I agree with you, Guru. We have to prove it every week because Derek Carr is actually fighting for his life right now. So makes sense. Tito, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's several teams, that I'm gonna try and keep an eye on. But I'm really interested in what bounce back of the type of game that the Raiders D had last week. I want to see if they can, continue to have that, man. Like Crosby, Mad Max, right? Had a phenomenal game, and I just want to see if he can, put it together in back-to-back games, and show up against Pittsburgh. So
And
I
shout
think
out to
that's
that.
You say shout out to who?
Shout out to Ryan Nassib too. Like he was a beast in that
Carl
game. He
Nassib.
caused that fumble on Lamar Jackson. Like he is like on fire this year. Like you said with Max Crosby, those two right there. If they can get Colin Farrell, to act like he belongs in the NFL, they'll have something. But those two guys right there, they are holding it down for the Raiders.
Yeah. Also,
yeah,
in Gakwe, he played pretty good too before he got hurt. So yeah, I agree with you,
Yes,
Guru.
they did.
I think if the Red
yeah, that,
Farrell, he's done, man.
and then
He's a healthy scratch last week. If he doesn't play today,
Don't give up on them, Rainier.
well, I mean, he got drafted too high. Like let's. I need to go back to see last year who pass rusher was available.
Not his fault.
At the end of the day, if
yeah, sometimes you just need somebody to plug a hole at the same time, But
Carl Nassib,
I mean, look at Carl. Yeah, look at Nassib at the same time, though, man.
yeah, yeah,
Pause. Right,
he'll plug holes all
but
day.
but it is. But how many teams has he been on, right? Like how many teams has he been on though? So he's a little bit of a journeyman, So it
Nassib,
I'm not saying Farrell can be that type of person, but I still think he has that type of player. But I still think he has time. But it was a shocker for somebody to get drafted that high, who they scouted, who they said was going to be their guy, to be a healthy scratch.
Yeah,
people said that he wasn't going to be that drafted, shouldn't be drafted that high. And as far as Carl Nassib, I think there were some things in play as to why he was traded so much because he was always on an upward trajectory. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
Raiders are really lucky to have him. I don't think there was anything that had to do with his play as why he was traded. I just, I think the Raiders got lucky because I thought he was a great, I say, what is the Browns doing getting rid of him? Raiders got
He
him now.
gave them all bad financial advice, and they were like, "Hey, y'all, we lost too much money. We gotta get him out the locker room."
Right.
So
Hey, you guys
Jacksonville
remember?
got rid of him. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, but
Yeah.
if the Raiders, if
Just
No,
because he
again,
got
I
a
mean,
little sugar in his britches, that's okay.
shockingly, the two games that I got my eyes on for sure is obviously, some interest in that Dallas Charger game. Chargers coming off from a win against Washington. Herbert kind of showing some maturity within that game. And it's a high profile game against Dallas. I think it's in LA.
He's gonna beat the
And if
pants off.
and if it
Forty.
is, look at the fans. I mean, it's probably going to be a 50-50 stadium when it comes to it. So I'm interested in that game. And then the Niner and Philly game, man, is Philly for real? Because Hurts looked really, really good last week.
I told y'all.
So it's and Niners D is definitely still a stronghold. So yeah, they kind of pooped the bed against Detroit. Very late stages of the game, but I think it was just a mental error of them mailing it in quickly, yes, being up by like 20, 24 points, 27 points, something like that. But those are the two games that I'm kind of interested in seeing. All right, are these teams for real or not?
yeah, yeah,
Well, well, I feel like they are like you're going to see, and I'm glad that I convinced you guys that Jalen Hurts was for real. Now that you guys can play close attention and focus on other aspects of the Eagles game, and y'all can continue to piggyback off of me.
yeah. Guru, thanks for letting us know that he played good last year. That we had a whole show about how he got benched for no reason. That's why his coach got fired because he was playing good. But thanks for refreshing me this year. We'll see. I mean, like I said,
There you go.
one thing about Jalen Hurts and it's I hate to compare it to other people, but it's like when you look at an NFL quarterback, that leader doing the staying late, leading the team, and sometimes you got to play that role, and and I hate to like compare him to Tua, but I still feel like maybe Tua's not doing these things because his teammates aren't coming out for him saying that he is doing these things. So I know, like you hear all the stories, the quarterback leadership stories amongst everybody, even Carr, people know about him being the leader of the Raiders and just we got to see it in Hard Knocks on Dak, and then with Jalen Hurts, it's the stories that he's in there. He's leading the team. He's quizzing the guys in the hallway about the playbook. Like he seems like a guy who wants to start and job. I say this, it might not be true, but for me it is. You know how brothers got to work harder at at quarterback position, like in the NFL, and he seems like he's doing that without even like being like he's doing it without even like complaining. But one thing I want to mention, two things. Um, Hard Knocks is having an in season thing. I think that's a horrible idea. They're following the Indianapolis Colts and they're going to do a Hard Knocks in season. So hopefully the Colts stink so they can like I don't know. I don't think that if I was an NFL franchise and it was mid season or in season, I wouldn't want to be on HBO chronicling our journey. Like you're gonna give away something, and if you're not winning,
Nah, if the way they shot the Cowboys one, like it wasn't about X's and O's. Like that's what I miss about Hard Knocks. I mean, obviously being a
Mm-hmm.
sports fan and guy, but the way they shot it this year and even last year, right? Because of COVID and the two teams, it wasn't about X's and O's. It was more about like getting to know players and kind of their personalities and stuff like that. I can see that working. Like they want to appeal, but I think you're right though. It's going to be a fine line to see how much they actually give or don't give. But if it was anything like with Dallas, like you didn't really see any X's and O's. Like nobody's picking up on snap counts and shit like that.
I know,
No,
but
then
well, let's just say if it's in season, Carson Wentz plays horrible, and then it's like an episode where the coaching staff is like talking about his
You mean
mentality.
when he plays
Yeah,
horrible?
so they talk about
hell,
his
he's playing horrible now.
they talk about his mentality is and all this stuff behind the scenes. It's like I don't think like if I was on an opposing team, I'm attacking that as soon as we get on the field. Like I'm going after the jokes that were said on the show. I'm talking trash about
Yeah.
what people know that's like irritate them, stuff like that.
Well, he's not supposed to be a nice guy, so it's not a surprise that he's struggling, and he would deserve the scrutiny because he's made all this money, and he hasn't deserved it. So too much was given, you're gonna get the criticism too.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, y'all, it's 10 o'clock. My game is about to start, so I got to get out of here. Everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll be back. We need to do a formal sports show because I want to talk about Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado and who will win in the fight. But we'll talk about that next time. All right, fellas.
Go
Punch
Dallas.
Machado.
Yeah, I think so too.